I didn't actually really believe him. I was like, oh, all right, shorty, what, is the fire department there? What's up guys, my name's Caleb with Black Pearl Media, and I wanted to share with you the story of how I got my 350Z because it's actually a pretty insane story. So if you guys are not familiar, my name's Caleb. I have a 2008 Nissan 350Z, which is rear mount turbocharged, making just under 600 wheel horsepower. And then once you're in it, you're in it. And I've been building it for the last 8 years, and I absolutely love this car. But there's always an origin story, and the origin story to this car is pretty insane. So backing up 9 years, I actually had a 2004 Nissan 350Z DE, which I loved. I loved it because it was reliable, it was a very fun daily driver, I could beat on it and it just didn't break. And that was actually the reason why I bought it, because previous to that car, my friend had a 350Z. He would always beat the heck out of it and it just never died. And the car that I had, a Hyundai Tiburon, was a horrible, horrible car. It was not reliable. It broke all the time and I just threw money into it. So he finally convinced me to get a 350Z. I made that jump. I haven't looked back. It's been super reliable, great platform, and I was very happy with this Z. So Jordan, my friend who got me into 350s, actually was looking for work at the time and my job was hiring. So I went ahead, put a good word in for him, and I said, hey man, come work with us. I did disaster restoration at the time, and you know, we would carpool to work. You know, we lived similar towns, so we would take turns taking our cars to work, so we didn't have to burn up all this gas. But it was really fun because one day we'd ride in his 350Z, another day we'd ride in mine. You know, we were rolling like that. It was really, really quite fun. So we're getting to the second week of him working, and it was his first payday, and we decided to take both of our cars in at the same time because we had to go separate places at the end of work. So we're like, you know what, we'll just mob in, you know, we'll convoy to work, have fun driving into work, and then, you know, we'll park next to each other, you know, take some pictures, have some laughs, and, you know, go on with our day. Jordan and I were also on the same crew that day, so we went out and did a job together, and we were done around, you know, 3 o'clock, and we were headed home. So we're in the work van, we're headed back to the shop when I get a phone call from a friend of mine, Shorty, and Shorty is known to kind of embellish stories and always like poke fun and do practical jokes and all this. So he called me and he's like, hey bro, you better hurry up, there's a disaster here, your cars are on fire. So I didn't actually really believe him. I was like, oh, all right, Shorty, what, is the fire department there? And he hung up on me, click, and I was like, that was weird. So I told Jordan what just happened, and he's like, what? I was like, I don't know, let's just get back. So we were about 15 minutes away. We pulled into the parking lot and saw something I'll never forget, which is the van behind our cars was completely engulfed in flames.
Hey, look, man, I'm sorry for your car, bro, but your cars are both in danger right now. The truck is started to explode.
And the back of our cars were completely melted off. There was fire department, the police were there. My boss was, you know, pacing around trying to, you know, figure out what to do, talking to the police chief and everything. And they actually needed our keys, which were in our pockets at the time, because they couldn't move the cars out of the way, and they were concerned that the heat was gonna, you know, catch the cars on fire 100% instead. So we quickly gave over our keys to the fire department, and they were able to jump in, move the cars, even though the backs of them were completely toast, but they weren't on fire 100%. They had just been melted and caved in, and the rears of our cars were completely toast. To this day, we have no idea how that fire started. Could have been an electrical thing, maybe rodents or something like that. it was an older van that was basically just a piece of garbage that we used to transport some, demo bits and debris and stuff. We maybe used it once a month or once every other month. So it was just constantly sitting. It was on borrowed time, and we just don't know how that fire had started. I'm guessing it was probably something electrical with maybe rodents chewing on wires or something. It's just crazy that this happened on that day when we both brought our cars in. We both parked it next to each other and right in front of this van. So the silver lining on this is that the insurance actually gave me a pretty good price cut for the total loss, and I ended up making a few $1,000s, and I was right in the ballpark for an HR, which was, what I wanted to go to next anyways. I decided I wanted to get something a little bit newer, but I wanted to stay with the same platform, and I absolutely love this car. The 2008 350Z is such a nice platform. The HR engine is so nice. The interior is a little bit different. It's pretty similar, but the materials are better in my opinion, and it's just an overall better quality feeling interior. And I haven't looked back since. I love this car. I will keep this car until I die, most likely. Lots of memories have been made in this. First date with my wife, we got married. This was the car we went off in. We've done road trips in this car. We've had all sorts of successes and fun stories with this thing. Friends working on this car with me, and I absolutely love it. That is a very cherished origin story to me. It's one that I'm never gonna forget. And just another reason why cars are part of your story. They're not just a machine. I have tons of stories to share, so if you guys like this format of video, drop it down in the comments, like the video, and hit the subscribe button while you're down there. I really appreciate it. We're on our way to 5,000 subs, and we're almost there, guys. So thank you so much for your support and watching the video. I'll see you on the next one.